Today, I want to speak to you about a powerful shift that can transform your life, a shift from reacting to healing. It's about reclaiming your power and breaking free from the chains of automatic responses that keep you stuck in pain, stress, and frustration. It's about stepping into a place of intentional growth where you can heal your mind, body, and spirit. Taking a moment to pause before reacting is one of the most transformative habits you can cultivate. This seemingly small act carries immense power, as it allows you to break free from the automatic cycles of emotional reactivity that often govern our lives. In the heat of the moment, emotions like anger, frustration, fear, or hurt can surge, urging us to act impulsively. But when we pause, we create a sacred space between stimulus and response, a space where clarity, choice, and wisdom reside. Imagine a situation where someone says something hurtful to you. Your immediate impulse might be to snap back, defend yourself, or retreat in silence. These reactions, while natural, are often fueled by a mix of past wounds and defensive instincts. They rarely serve to resolve the situation or bring peace to your mind. Instead, they perpetuate cycles of conflict, misunderstanding, and internal turmoil. However, if you pause in that moment just a few seconds to breathe deeply, you grant yourself the opportunity to respond differently. Pausing is not about suppressing your emotions or denying their validity. On the contrary, it is an act of acknowledgement. By pausing, you tell yourself, yes, I feel hurt, angry, scared, but I will not let this feeling dictate my actions. This is an act of reclaiming your power, a statement that your emotions are real but do not control you. The practice of pausing begins with awareness. You must first become conscious of your reactive patterns. This awareness often comes from reflection. Think about times in your life when you reacted impulsively. What triggered you? How did your reaction affect the situation and your own well-being? By understanding these patterns, you can start recognizing the moments when you're about to react, and that's where the pause comes in. When you pause, you activate your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for rational thought, decision-making, and self-control. Without the pause, your brain defaults to its more primal, survival-oriented responses. These are governed by the amygdala, the part of your brain that reacts quickly to perceived threats. While this response is invaluable in life-threatening situations, it's less helpful in everyday interactions, where most threats are emotional rather than physical. The pause is your gateway to higher thinking. In those few seconds, you can ask yourself vital questions. What is really happening here? Why am I feeling this way? Is my reaction going to improve or worsen the situation? These questions shift your focus from immediate emotion to long-term perspective. You start seeing the situation as a whole rather than through the narrow lens of your initial feelings. Breathing deeply during this pause enhances its effectiveness. Deep breaths calm the nervous system, reduce stress hormones, and bring oxygen to the brain. This physiological shift helps you think more clearly and feel more grounded. A simple practice like inhaling for a count of 4, holding for 4, and exhaling for 6 can make a significant difference in your state of mind. Over time, pausing becomes a powerful tool for personal growth. It allows you to align your actions with your values rather than your impulses. For example, if kindness and understanding are values you cherish, a pause enables you to respond with those qualities, even in challenging situations. You move from being reactive to being intentional, transforming how you interact with others and how you perceive yourself. The ripple effects of pausing extend beyond individual moments. As you practice pausing, you build emotional resilience. You learn to navigate stress and conflict with greater ease. This resilience spills over into every area of your life, relationships, work, and even your physical health. Stress-related ailments like high blood pressure and anxiety often decrease when you stop letting emotions control you. Pausing enhances your relationships. When you pause, you give others the gift of being truly heard. You're no longer reacting defensively or trying to prove a point. You're listening with an open mind. This fosters deeper connections, understanding, and mutual respect. People begin to feel safe around you, knowing that your responses are measured and thoughtful, rather than impulsive or judgmental. Practicing the pause does take time and effort. In the beginning, you might still find yourself reacting in certain situations. That's okay. Growth is a process, not a destination. Each time you catch yourself and choose to pause, even if it's after the fact, you're making progress. Celebrate those small victories. They are the building blocks of lasting change. To incorporate this habit into your life, start with low-stakes situations. For instance, when you're stuck in traffic or waiting in a long line, notice when impatience arises and practice pausing. Take a breath, observe your feelings, and let them pass without reacting. As you build this skill in everyday moments, it will become second nature, even in more emotionally charged situations. Pausing is an act of self-love. It's a declaration that you are not a slave to your emotions or external circumstances. It's a commitment to living with intention, grace, and wisdom. When you pause before reacting, you open the door to healing, growth, and transformation. You reclaim your power, not by dominating others, but by mastering yourself. That is true strength, and it all begins with a single breath. Understanding your triggers is a vital aspect of personal growth and healing. Triggers are those specific events, situations, or interactions that provoke an emotional response, often leading to automatic reactions. They can originate from past experiences, ingrained beliefs, or even cultural conditioning. When we react to these triggers without awareness, we often perpetuate cycles of pain, conflict, and dissatisfaction. However, when we take the time to identify and understand our triggers, we empower ourselves to respond more consciously and heal more deeply. The journey to understanding your triggers begins with self-reflection. It requires you to take a step back and examine your emotional responses in various situations. Start by keeping a journal where you record moments when you feel a strong emotional reaction, be it anger, anxiety, sadness, or frustration. Write down what happened, how you felt, and what thoughts ran through your mind. Over time, you'll begin to see patterns emerge. You might notice that certain people, places, or situations consistently provoke similar feelings. This awareness is the first step toward breaking the cycle of automatic reactions. Once you've identified your triggers, it's important to dig deeper. Ask yourself why these particular triggers elicit such strong responses. What past experiences might be influencing your current reactions? For instance, if criticism from others makes you defensive, consider whether you experienced similar criticism in childhood. Were you made to feel inadequate or unworthy? By uncovering these connections, you begin to understand that your emotional responses are often rooted in past wounds rather than the present moment. This understanding can be incredibly liberating. Realizing that your reactions are not solely about the current situation but are influenced by past experiences allows you to step back and view your emotions with greater clarity. You can start to differentiate between what is truly happening in the present and what is a reaction to a past experience. This newfound awareness gives you the opportunity to respond differently. Instead of reacting defensively, you can approach the situation with curiosity and openness. You might ask yourself, is this response appropriate to the current situation, or is it influenced by my past? Another crucial aspect of understanding your triggers is recognizing the physiological response that accompanies them. Often, triggers can provoke a fight-or-flight response in your body, leading to increased heart rate, rapid breathing, and heightened stress levels. Being aware of these physical sensations can serve as an early warning system, signaling that you are being triggered. Once you notice these physiological cues, you can consciously choose to pause and respond rather than react. This pause allows you to create space between the trigger and your response, giving you the opportunity to assess the situation more rationally. Sharing your insights with trusted friends or loved ones can provide additional perspective and support. Discussing your triggers with others can help normalize your experiences and foster understanding. It may also lead to constructive conversations that help you process your emotions and gain further clarity. Sometimes talking things out can reveal insights that you may not have considered on your own. Understanding your triggers is not just about personal introspection, it also extends to how you interact with others. Once you become more aware of your triggers, you can communicate your needs and boundaries more effectively. For example, if you know that certain topics of conversation trigger your anxiety, you can express this to your friends or family members. This not only helps protect your emotional well-being, but also fosters healthier relationships. Others will appreciate your openness and be more mindful of how they engage with you, creating a more supportive environment. As you deepen your understanding of your triggers, it's essential to practice self-compassion. Recognize that it's okay to have emotional reactions. They are a natural part of being human. Rather than judging yourself for feeling triggered, approach your emotions with kindness and understanding. Acknowledge that you are on a journey of healing, and it takes time to unravel deeply rooted patterns. Allow yourself to feel your emotions without shame, knowing that this process is essential for growth. In addition to self-compassion, consider integrating mindfulness practices into your daily routine. Mindfulness helps you cultivate awareness of your thoughts and feelings in the present moment, making it easier to recognize triggers as they arise. Through practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or mindful walking, you can enhance your ability to observe your emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. Over time, mindfulness can help you respond to triggers with greater equanimity and grace. It's important to remember that understanding your triggers is an ongoing process. Life will continually present new challenges and experiences that may evoke strong emotional responses. As you grow and change, so too will your triggers. Embrace this journey of discovery as an opportunity to learn more about yourself and deepen your healing. Understanding your triggers is a powerful step toward breaking free from reactive patterns and fostering healing. Through self-reflection, awareness, and mindfulness, you can learn to respond to triggers with intention rather than impulsivity. This journey not only enhances your emotional resilience, but also improves your relationships and overall well-being. By taking the time to understand yourself on a deeper level, you reclaim your power, allowing you to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Embrace this journey, and remember that each step you take toward understanding is a step toward healing. Shifting from a victim mentality to a victor mentality is one of the most empowering transformations you can undertake in your life. This shift allows you to take ownership of your experiences, emotions, and choices, ultimately leading to a greater sense of control, purpose, and fulfillment. The victim mentality often arises from a place of feeling powerless, believing that external circumstances dictate your life. In contrast, adopting a victor mentality means recognizing that, while you may not be able to control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond to those events. The first step in this transformation is to acknowledge and accept your feelings. It's natural to feel hurt, betrayed, or overwhelmed when faced with challenging situations. Allow yourself to sit with these emotions instead of suppressing them. Acceptance is crucial because it creates a foundation for moving forward. However, acceptance does not mean resignation. It means recognizing your feelings without letting them define you. When you acknowledge your emotions, you create space to process them constructively rather than becoming trapped in a cycle of blame or self-pity. Next, begin to reframe your narrative. The stories we tell ourselves shape our perceptions and ultimately our reality. If you constantly view yourself as a victim of circumstances, you reinforce a sense of powerlessness. Instead, try to shift your perspective to one of empowerment. Ask yourself questions like, what can I learn from this experience, or how can I grow stronger as a result? This reframing allows you to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. It encourages a mindset that seeks solutions and possibilities, propelling you toward a more empowered state of being. An essential aspect of adopting a victor mentality is taking responsibility for your life. This does not mean blaming yourself for every negative experience, but rather recognizing that you have a role to play in your journey. Responsibility means acknowledging that your choices, attitudes, and reactions shape your experiences. By taking ownership of your decisions, you empower yourself to make positive changes. You start to see that you have the ability to create the life you desire rather than feeling like a passive observer. As you take responsibility, it's important to let go of the need to blame others for your circumstances. Blame can feel justified, especially when faced with unfair situations or challenges inflicted by others. However, holding on to blame only keeps you stuck in the victim role. Instead, focus on what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and responses. This shift requires courage and resilience, but it's crucial for your healing and growth. Recognize that others may have wronged you, but your healing journey is ultimately in your hands. Cultivating a mindset of gratitude can significantly enhance your ability to shift from victim to victor. Gratitude helps you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, fostering a sense of abundance and positivity. When faced with difficulties, take a moment to reflect on the lessons learned or the support you have received from others. Keeping a gratitude journal can be a powerful practice, allowing you to consistently acknowledge the positive aspects of your life, even amid challenges. This shift in focus can help you cultivate resilience and hope, enabling you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. Building a support network is also vital in your journey from victim to victor. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. These individuals can provide encouragement, guidance, and perspective during challenging times. Share your struggles with them and seek their insights. Their support can help you gain a clearer understanding of your situation, encouraging you to adopt a more empowered mindset. Conversely, distance yourself from those who perpetuate a victim mentality or drain your energy. Surrounding yourself with positivity fosters an environment conducive to growth and healing. Setting clear goals is another powerful tool in your transformation. When you have specific, actionable goals, you create a roadmap for your life. Goals give you something to strive for, allowing you to focus your energy on the future, rather than dwelling on past grievances. Break your goals down into manageable steps and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. This practice reinforces the idea that you are in control of your journey and that progress is possible. Embracing a growth mindset can significantly impact your ability to shift from victim to victor. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, perseverance, and dedication. This perspective encourages you to view challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than as insurmountable barriers. By adopting a growth mindset, you cultivate resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to learn from experiences, ultimately empowering you to take charge of your life. Remember that this transformation is a journey, not a destination. It takes time and effort to shift from a victim mentality to a victor mentality, and setbacks may occur along the way. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress no matter how small. Embrace the challenges as opportunities for growth and keep your focus on the vision of the life you desire. Shifting from a victim mentality to a victor mentality is a powerful and transformative journey. By acknowledging your feelings, reframing your narrative, taking responsibility for your life, practicing gratitude, building a supportive network, setting goals, and embracing a growth mindset, you empower yourself to create a life filled with purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. This shift not only enhances your emotional well-being, but also transforms your relationships and interactions with the world. Embrace your journey, knowing that you have the strength and capability to rise above challenges and thrive as the victor of your own life. Cultivating self-compassion is a transformative practice that plays a crucial role in the healing journey. In a world that often promotes harsh self-criticism and unrealistic standards, learning to treat yourself with kindness and understanding can significantly impact your emotional well-being. Self-compassion involves recognizing that imperfection is part of being human, allowing you to approach your experiences with a gentle, caring attitude. It's a powerful antidote to the negative self-talk and judgment that can arise from triggering situations, ultimately enabling you to stop reacting and start healing. The foundation of self-compassion lies in three core components: self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. Self-kindness is about treating yourself as you would treat a close friend, offering support, encouragement, and understanding in times of difficulty. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes or shortcomings, practice speaking to yourself with love and empathy. For example, if you encounter a setback, rather than thinking, "I can't believe I messed up again," try reframing your thoughts to something like, "It's okay to make mistakes. This is part of learning and growing." This shift in self-talk can help alleviate feelings of shame and inadequacy. Common humanity is the understanding that suffering and failure are universal experiences. Recognizing that everyone faces challenges, makes mistakes, and struggles at times helps to diminish feelings of isolation. When you remind yourself that you are not alone in your experiences, it becomes easier to approach your struggles with compassion. Instead of viewing yourself as an outlier, understand that imperfections and difficulties are part of the shared human experience. This awareness fosters a sense of connection and belonging, which can be incredibly healing. Mindfulness is the practice of being present in the moment without judgment. When faced with difficult emotions or situations, mindfulness allows you to observe your thoughts and feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. It creates space for awareness and acceptance. Instead of spiraling into self-criticism, mindfulness encourages you to acknowledge your emotions without labeling them as good or bad. For example, if you feel anxious about a situation, rather than pushing that feeling away, you can acknowledge it with a simple, "I'm feeling anxious right now." This acceptance allows you to respond to your emotions with curiosity rather than judgment. To cultivate self-compassion, start by incorporating self-care practices into your daily routine. Self-care is not just about physical well-being, it also involves nurturing your emotional and mental health. Engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation, whether that's taking a walk in nature, reading a book, practicing yoga, or spending time with loved ones. Prioritizing self-care signals to yourself that you are deserving of kindness and compassion. It creates a foundation for self-compassion to flourish, as it reminds you to value your own well-being. Another effective strategy for cultivating self-compassion is to practice self-reflection through journaling. Writing about your experiences can provide clarity and insight into your emotions. When faced with challenges, take time to reflect on your feelings and thoughts in a journal. Write about the situation, how it made you feel, and what you learned from it. As you put pen to paper, allow yourself to express self-compassion by recognizing the difficulty of the situation and affirming that it's okay to feel how you feel. Journaling can serve as a powerful tool for processing emotions, fostering a deeper understanding of yourself and cultivating self-compassion over time. Consider incorporating mindfulness meditation into your routine. Mindfulness meditation allows you to develop a greater awareness of your thoughts and emotions, creating a space for self-compassion to grow. Start with just a few minutes each day, focusing on your breath and gently bringing your attention back whenever your mind wanders. As you practice mindfulness, you'll find that you become more adept at observing your thoughts without judgment. This practice helps create a more compassionate inner dialogue, allowing you to respond to challenges with kindness and understanding. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can also enhance your self-compassion journey. Engage with people who uplift and support you, fostering a sense of community and connection. Avoid toxic relationships that drain your energy and perpetuate negativity. Seek out friends, mentors, or support groups that encourage growth and understanding. Their encouragement can inspire you to adopt a more compassionate view of yourself and your experiences. Challenging negative self-talk is essential in cultivating self-compassion. When you catch yourself engaging in harsh criticism, pause and question the validity of those thoughts. Are they rooted in truth, or are they exaggerations born from fear and insecurity? Replace negative statements with compassionate affirmations. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," reframe it to, "I am doing my best." And that is enough. This practice of challenging negative self-talk allows you to create a more supportive internal narrative. Practicing forgiveness is another vital aspect of self-compassion. Holding on to past mistakes or grievances can weigh heavily on your emotional well-being. Learning to forgive yourself is essential for healing and moving forward. Acknowledge that everyone makes mistakes and remind yourself that those experiences do not define your worth. Forgiveness opens the door to self-acceptance and healing, enabling you to embrace your imperfections with compassion. As you embark on the journey of cultivating self-compassion, it's important to remember that it's a process. There will be days when self-compassion feels elusive, and that's okay. Be patient with yourself and recognize that growth takes time. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and continue to practice kindness toward yourself. With dedication and perseverance, you will find that self-compassion becomes a natural part of your healing journey. Developing emotional resilience is a critical component of the journey to stop reacting and start healing. Emotional resilience refers to your ability to adapt to stress and adversity, bounce back from setbacks, and maintain a positive outlook in the face of challenges. It is not about avoiding difficulties, rather, it involves facing them head-on with the knowledge that you have the inner strength and tools to overcome obstacles. Cultivating this resilience equips you with the capacity to manage your emotions effectively, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively in difficult situations. One of the foundational aspects of building emotional resilience is understanding the importance of self-awareness. Self-awareness involves recognizing your emotions, triggers, and patterns of behavior. By developing a keen awareness of your emotional landscape, you can identify when you are beginning to feel overwhelmed or reactive. This awareness allows you to pause and reflect before responding to challenging situations, creating space for a more intentional and measured reaction. For example, if you find yourself becoming frustrated during a stressful interaction, self-awareness enables you to acknowledge that frustration without letting it dictate your behavior. Instead, you can choose to respond with calmness and clarity. Practicing mindfulness is an effective tool for enhancing self-awareness and emotional resilience. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment and observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Engaging in mindfulness practices, such as meditation or mindful breathing, helps you develop a greater understanding of your emotional responses. When faced with difficult emotions, mindfulness encourages you to observe those feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. This practice allows you to recognize that emotions are transient and do not have to control your actions. Over time, mindfulness fosters a sense of equanimity, enabling you to navigate challenges with greater ease and confidence. Another key element of emotional resilience is reframing negative thoughts and beliefs. Negative thinking patterns can undermine your confidence and contribute to feelings of helplessness. When faced with setbacks, it's common to fall into a cycle of self-doubt and pessimism. However, reframing these thoughts can shift your perspective and enhance your resilience. Instead of thinking, I will never be able to overcome this challenge, try reframing it to, this is a difficult situation, but I have faced challenges before and emerged stronger. This shift in thinking not only empowers you, but also encourages a more positive outlook on your ability to handle adversity. Establishing healthy coping strategies is crucial for building emotional resilience. Coping strategies are techniques you use to manage stress and navigate difficult emotions. Healthy coping mechanisms, such as exercise, journaling, or spending time in nature, allow you to process emotions constructively. Engaging in physical activity releases endorphins, which can improve your mood and reduce feelings of stress. Journaling provides an outlet for self-expression, allowing you to articulate your thoughts and feelings while gaining clarity about your experiences. Finding healthy outlets for stress helps prevent emotional buildup and promotes resilience in the face of challenges. Building a strong support network is also vital for emotional resilience. Surrounding yourself with supportive and understanding individuals fosters a sense of connection and belonging. When you face difficulties, having people to turn to for encouragement and guidance can make a significant difference. Share your experiences with trusted friends, family members, or mentors who can offer support and perspective. Connecting with others allows you to process your feelings and gain insights that contribute to your resilience. Additionally, engaging in community activities or support groups can create a sense of belonging and provide valuable resources during challenging times. It is important to embrace a growth mindset as you work to develop emotional resilience. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. This mindset encourages you to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as insurmountable obstacles. When faced with difficulties, remind yourself that setbacks are a natural part of life, and that each challenge presents a chance to learn and improve. Embracing a growth mindset empowers you to approach adversity with curiosity and determination, ultimately enhancing your resilience. Practicing gratitude can also significantly contribute to emotional resilience. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking in your life to appreciating what you have. This shift in perspective fosters a sense of abundance and positivity, even in the face of challenges. Consider keeping a gratitude journal where you regularly write down things you are thankful for, no matter how small. This practice encourages you to recognize the positive aspects of your life, promoting emotional well-being and resilience. Setting realistic goals is a key aspect of building emotional resilience. Goals provide direction and motivation, helping you maintain focus during challenging times. Break your larger goals into smaller, manageable steps and celebrate your achievements along the way. Recognizing your progress, no matter how incremental, reinforces your sense of capability and confidence. Setting achievable goals helps you stay grounded and empowers you to navigate obstacles with a sense of purpose. Practice self-care regularly. Self-care is not a luxury, it is a necessity for emotional well-being. Prioritizing self-care activities such as getting enough rest, eating nutritious meals, and engaging in activities that bring you joy is essential for maintaining resilience. When you take care of your physical and emotional needs, you are better equipped to handle stress and adversity. Self-care practices replenish your energy and enhance your overall well-being, allowing you to approach challenges with a clear mind and a strong heart. Developing emotional resilience is a vital aspect of the journey to stop reacting and start healing. By cultivating self-awareness, practicing mindfulness, reframing negative thoughts, establishing healthy coping strategies, building a support network, embracing a growth mindset, practicing gratitude, setting realistic goals, and prioritizing self-care, you empower yourself to face life's challenges with strength and grace. Emotional resilience is not about avoiding difficulties. Rather, it is about facing them with the confidence that you have the tools and inner strength to overcome obstacles. As you develop this resilience, you will find that your capacity to respond thoughtfully to challenges grows, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and empowered life. Embrace the journey of building emotional resilience, knowing that it is a continuous process that will serve you well throughout your life. Embracing forgiveness is a powerful and essential step in the journey to stop reacting and start healing. Often, when we are confronted with painful experiences, we hold on to feelings of anger, resentment, and betrayal. These emotions can weigh heavily on our hearts and minds, leading to emotional turmoil and preventing us from moving forward in our lives. By embracing forgiveness, we free ourselves from the shackles of negativity and create space for healing, growth, and inner peace. This process is not about condoning the actions of others, rather, it is about reclaiming your own power and well-being. Forgiveness begins with the understanding that it is a personal journey, and it requires a conscious decision to let go of the hurt and resentment associated with past grievances. It's important to recognize that forgiveness is not about excusing the behavior of those who have wronged you or minimizing the impact of their actions. Instead, it is an act of self-liberation. When you choose to forgive, you are making a commitment to release the hold that the past has over you. This process allows you to take back your emotional well-being and focus on your healing. One of the first steps in embracing forgiveness is acknowledging the pain you have experienced. It's natural to feel hurt and angry when someone has wronged you, and these feelings deserve to be recognized and validated. Allow yourself to sit with your emotions and reflect on the impact of the situation. This acknowledgement is crucial, as it lays the groundwork for the healing process. Suppressing or denying your feelings can lead to bitterness and resentment, which ultimately hinder your ability to forgive. Embrace the emotions that arise, understanding that they are a part of your human experience. After acknowledging your feelings, it is essential to shift your focus from the past to the present. Holding on to anger and resentment keeps you anchored to painful experiences, preventing you from fully engaging with your life in the here and now. Mindfulness can be a valuable tool in this process. Practice being present by focusing on your breath, your surroundings, and your current feelings. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you can begin to detach from the emotional weight of past grievances. This shift in perspective allows you to see that while the past may have shaped you, it does not define you. As you begin to cultivate a mindset of forgiveness, consider the practice of empathy. Empathy involves trying to understand the perspective and motivations of others, even those who have hurt you. This does not mean you need to agree with their actions, but it allows you to see them as imperfect human beings who may have acted out of their own pain or struggles. By fostering empathy, you create space for compassion, which can facilitate the forgiveness process. Recognizing that everyone is capable of making mistakes helps to soften the grip of anger and resentment. In addition to empathy, it's important to remind yourself of the benefits of forgiveness. Holding on to grudges can have detrimental effects on your mental, emotional, and physical health. Studies have shown that those who harbor anger and resentment may experience increased stress, anxiety, and even physical ailments. On the other hand, embracing forgiveness has been linked to improved mental well-being, lower levels of stress, and a greater sense of peace. By choosing to forgive, you are actively prioritizing your health and happiness. Keep these benefits in mind as you navigate the forgiveness process. Forgiveness is also about releasing the need for justice or retribution. Often we feel that the person who has wronged us should pay for their actions in some way. This desire for justice can keep us trapped in a cycle of anger and resentment. However, true forgiveness requires letting go of this expectation. Understand that seeking revenge or holding on to the desire for justice does not bring healing. Instead, it perpetuates your suffering. By releasing this need, you allow yourself to move forward and open your heart to healing. It's important to recognize that forgiveness is not a linear process. It may involve ups and downs, and it is perfectly normal to have moments of doubt or lingering resentment. Be patient with yourself as you navigate this journey. Forgiveness takes time, and it is okay to acknowledge that healing is a process that unfolds at its own pace. When you find yourself slipping back into old patterns of anger or resentment, gently remind yourself of your commitment to forgive. Revisit the emotions you've acknowledged and the benefits of forgiveness, reinforcing your determination to move forward. Consider the practice of self-forgiveness. Often we are our harshest critics, holding ourselves accountable for past mistakes and failures. Self-forgiveness is about recognizing that you too are human and deserving of compassion. Acknowledge your mistakes, learn from them, and allow yourself to move forward. Holding on to guilt or shame can be just as detrimental as holding on to anger towards others. By forgiving yourself, you create a more compassionate relationship with yourself, which ultimately supports your healing journey.